Yeah, it was just a clunky game for me, I think. I'm pretty like good into Riptide. This new version of Riptide is just kind of like Lexi, though. It's like Diet Lexi.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. They just go wide. They shoot
Falcon
multiple arrows a
Wing,
turn.
Ravenous,
Yep. They
Boltons,
have New Horizon. I
New
mean,
Horizon.
they play New Horizon. That reload mechanic on him is fucking wild.
The trench
Is crazy. I mean,
it's
you
such a
can
good
see what's going on there with that deck. And this like new version of Riptide, I just am very unpracticed into. And shut up, Cliff. I can see you over there shaking your fucking head.
You're a fucking clown. I hope you know it. I've been over here for how many months? Riptide's got
What? And what
moves.
is always my answer? Show me.
You're always like,
Show
oh,
me.
Riptide's bad. Why would you ever play
Show me.
Riptide?
I just wanted you to show me.
As he sits on Teklo.
Nick Gabler
Yeah, this
just
is
did
true.
it.
Yeah, Nick Adler just showed me. How do you like me now, Cliff?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 51 of Big Deck Energy. Lots to talk about this week. We all had a fairly busy week this week. We had our local armory. We hosted a local 1K. Big news from Pro Tour. There was a calling and a battle hardened attached to that as well that had some interesting results. Interesting results for the Pro Tour as well.
Oh, yeah.
All three of these events
All
threw
different.
everybody through it for a loop.
Yeah, especially one of them. I'm pretty excited to talk about specifically one of those events. Can you guys guess?
No,
Is
I
it
know.
the Pro Tour?
No, actually not. But we definitely will touch on the Pro Tour. We also have Cliff in studio, though, huh?
Hello,
What's
I
up,
am once
buddy?
again here.
Look way better. We can actually see you
I know.
I know.
instead of looking through a screen.
Unfortunately, I can see you guys too.
No.
Oh,
come on.
Here we go. Here we go.
When you
Starting
move
early.
back down here, man.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Fingers crossed.
You see, I'm just gonna win the lottery and go buy a private island. Fuck all you guys. I'll fly back in every
Why?
weekend for the armory.
Hey, man.
You can make it the Fab Island. All Fab, baby.
Fab or Fab?
the Fab
Both.
Island.
It'd be both.
Well, I'll start the weekend off. Guys, I played great at the 1K.
No, you didn't. You
Yeah.
went 0-0-0 because you were a fucking no-show.
No, I wasn't.
I don't know if you guys
no-show.
remember, but I was like, why didn't you have your ticket, Josh? Why don't you go buy that ticket,
I was
Mr. Josh?
battling.
Yeah.
And
What
then I
was
ended
it
up having to go do stuff.
Last week,
so-
he was like, I'll be there for sure. I will be at the 1K.
100%, I think, is the words he used.
I
maybe.
think
Well-
so. We can go back and take a listen.
Was it 100%?
Yeah.
I think
it was.
100% is what you said?
Yeah.
You used the words.
I think I said 99.
No.
I think I said there's that 1% chance.
That 1% happens a little
Check
too
the tape.
often.
Yeah, it does. But I know all three of you played in the 1K.
Well, we
We
could
did.
start with our armories. I mean,
No.
the armory wasn't very...
No.
Josh just shut that shit down real quick.
There's 5 of you. I don't. No, I'm kidding.
Actually, that's very true. It was just
actually.
Well,
Small.
nobody
Did
wanted
you guys
to
do it
practice.
at the same time as like pre-release for Magic or something?
Yeah. Just 5 and 5, actually. So both tournaments were pretty quiet. We were kind of worried that, like, they would interfere. And they didn't. They both ran pretty smoothly.
Should have tried to recruit them.
Yeah.
Well, tried.
I have
Doesn't
2,
work.
actually. It's tough. I feel like a lot of the Magic scene is just, like, mainly Commander. And that is actually what the scene is
Yeah.
there, for the most part. It's mainly Commander players.
Yeah.
But
I feel like the MTG scene around here too is a lot of like older guys that play Magic because they've played it for like decades and aren't getting into another card game at this point.
Yep.
yeah, not trying to show up with sideboard plans and different matchups and, you know, a
Yeah,
million different
it
things to
def-
know
those
about
guys
a
are
million
playing with,
different
like,
decks.
It
Wheel
definitely
Fortune.
feels like extremely competitive if you're coming, especially from like a commander-focused group.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. That's the hardest part, I think, about this game. Getting new players in is that
True.
barrier of entry.
True.
Just like in terms of skill, really. You know?
Yeah.
Just tell them it's like Street Fighter but with cards.
I never understood how hard that game was until like I grew up and played someone and I just couldn't touch them. You know, you ever play a fighting
They're
game
just
and you
sitting there,
can't touch them?
And they're comboing,
you're just like,
just
wait.
going off. You can't do shit.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
Been there,
this
done
is-
that.
This is fine.
Yeah,
Reminds me of the first and only time I ever tried Mortal Kombat online.
Yeah.
I had a Mortal Kombat game. I would just try it online as a young lad, figuring, it's a fun game, might as well. Got annihilated.
Mhm.
And I
Yep.
was like, never again.
No. No.
Hell yeah.
That's like a house with a few guys. You play that game. You don't play that game online. You'll get your shit
Nope,
kicked in.
absolutely not. Those people are way too sweaty.
Yep. Yep.
Enormous amounts of touch grass are required.
Yep. Well, why don't we dive right into this 1K? The
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
armory.
quit.
No.
We're going to talk about the armory.
There was an armory.
Mister, I don't play Fab anymore, but
Josh, how'd your armory go on Friday?
You know, I was there. Didn't play.
you did show up, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah,
You showed up and didn't
He's just
play?
so forgettable
No,
now.
I couldn't.
Bailey,
couldn't.
you weren't there.
No, I was not. I had to work. You fucker scheduled it wrong.
Yeah. Sorry, it's not really. Hey, man, all we could do was 7. That's kind of
Started at like 11 p.m. and I'm
yeah,
there.
right. I think
That's a
the
late
Magic
night.
Crowd
Or
had,
like
had
9
them there
a.m.
till midnight, anyways. So
Yeah.
I know. But yeah, actually, just kind of following up on all my other armories lately. It's been real rough for me in person. My Talishar
Oh, it's been rough
testing
for
has been.
you?
I
For
went
you?
O2. I went O2, and well,
Did you drop?
no, I
No,
got the
didn't
bye
think so.
last
Yeah,
round.
you think you got it rough?
God, those eyes, Bailey. I can't even. Oh, man. No, I just feel
Look
like
into my eyes.
I just feel like I have been having going off of last week when I was like talking about how kind of just being bored with the game. I don't even know if that's like the right word. I'm just losing a lot, so maybe that's like part of it. I kind of went into the 1K with like 0 expectations, and it's weird when like I put all the fucking time and effort into stuff like Nats or PQs, and I fall short. Like it sucks, but went into the tournament with 0 expectations, and came out with some money in my pocket, so it was pretty dope. But up until then, man, I have been getting my ass kicked in. That armory was no exception. So
Well,
just
mean-
lost to a couple news, like fucking.
Sorry, I wasn't there to give you your free win.
Yeah, do
Yeah,
you want
that's
to
true.
do you
That's
want to
true.
explain your loss to me in excruciating detail here?
Well, it was shred.
At the armory.
Yeah, well, yeah, I lost to Cliff on new. And he fucking played a red shred, by the way. Fucking madman. I don't even know. I mean,
it's good.
maybe. I think the Zuri deck, that one PT had red shreds.
Yeah, damn right.
Pretty crazy. After I was just telling you, like, man, why don't you just play the yellows and blues? It's totally fine.
Shut the
And it's
fuck up
enough.
and stay in your lane,
Yeah,
Teklo.
I guess. But I didn't play around the shred. I should have probably known that he was on them because he's crazy like that.
I walk in and I'm like, I got Teklo hate, and he goes, oh yeah, and then he's like, oh shred.
I
It's
just had to call your
what
bluff.
is more Teklo hate?
But
than
here's the thing: by
shred?
calling your bluff, I just lose on the spot. if I like. So yeah, he had it, and I just lost.
What did you block with your arms, by the way?
What do you mean?
What was the attack that I was able to shred because you blocked?
Oh God, I don't remember.
It was a misblade.
Oh yeah, so that's even more annoying because it's technically like an assassin attack, so
Yeah.
you get to shred them. That's like the whole point with Azuri when Azuri was popular was like learning to play that matchup. You basically respect shred on every single assassin attack,
Yeah.
and I've talked about it where you just block their generics, looking for a scrap, ravenous. There's generic attacks you can block with your armor. But with new, like not a lot of them have been running shred, so I'm able to block the misblade when my armor is at like 1 counter or something.
Yep.
Which is nice, but then I gotta count on Cliff over here to. It's funny because I remember saying to him, this is gonna make me play around shred every single new matchup next tomorrow, and I actually lost to another shred in.
Dagger.
It might have been a dagger. Let me think. No, it wasn't a dagger. He actually played a contract card, which baited out the fucking armor piece. It was very clever by Andrew. Shout out Andrew. That was nice.
Oh, because were you like, oh, it's not a stealth?
Well, that's like if you have he had a blue shred, and then I actually had he pitched one earlier in the game that I just didn't see. I just wasn't tracking his pitch well enough, and should have if I would have seen it, I probably would have played around it. But yeah, that's a real card when you're trying to play Exodia. So 102. I guess 1-2 sucked. Pulling a Bailey.
Woof.
What about you, Cliff?
Armory was honestly, it was a lot of fun. Had a great learning experience. Round 1, I got the mirror match into Carter, and I was doing pretty good in the game. We were keeping it even. I started getting a little bit of a life lead, and then I drew the first levels of enlightenment. Realized I hadn't pulled out levels of enlightenment or surgical extraction for the mirror match. Had a turn where I played both my levels, Arsenal, and I'm like, okay, we should be good. There's 1 levels in my banish, 1 surgical. I should be okay. His turn, Sacred Art banishes the other 2 levels of enlightenment.
You're like, shit.
Pitches to new. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I think you just cut the levels, right? In the mirror every time.
I learned.
Yeah.
No, we can't be having those.
No.
Yeah.
Round 2 was into tie, and shredded the Mistblade, and he's like, all right, now I just have to tank you. Since the armor piece got shredded, my next blue had +1 and go again, so it was snatch 3 go again. He blocked with Singularity, and I had a Fang Strike and Arsenal to play over it, so it still got the
Just
snatch
adding
to hit.
insult to injury there.
Love it.
And that's when Ty's like, all right, good game.
And goes across the table.
Yeah. Had enough
Being
at that
thrown.
point.
So what'd you end up, Cliff?
1-1 at the Armory.
Okay.
Well, we played 3 rounds.
Did we?
Yeah. Did you have a bye or something? Who knows?
No.
That's not the important part of this episode anyways.
I think I might have... if it was Sean, I'm sorry, Sean.
No, you played Sean. It was 100% Sean.
Did I?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Because you
Okay.
did some Crouching Tiger stuff. I remember you
Or that
spewing
was
to
at
me.
the 1K.
Was that?
Or no, yeah,
No,
that was at the
Armory.
Armory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I beat Sean. I can't remember how I beat him, but I beat Sean.
Didn't you kill him with his own tigers?
No, that was at the 1K. When we talk about the 1K, I'll tell you about that turn. That was hilarious.
Well, we can just kind of go right into it. First, I want to say, Bailey, where the fuck did you find that judge? Did you report? Can you please report?
Oh my god, yeah,
I
that
find
son
the
of...
judge? You act like I'm doing all the recruiting around here, man.
Who was that guy?
Don't ask me. I got banished from the frickin' shop as soon as I walked in. So
Bumblebee Tuna needs to chill out with the reporting, man.
More like Bumblebee Gone.
Oh, shout out Nathan. Thank you for judging.
Bumblebee bitchin'.
Bumblebee bitchin'. Oh.
Nathan, this all comes from a place of love.
Nope, it's pure hate and
Oh,
malice for
well,
me.
Apparently, I only speak for myself.
Yep. Never assume.
No, it was awesome. We had the opportunity to run a 1K, and we needed a minimum of 25 players. We had 24, but we had some people kind enough to just buy the last ticket, and we got to play for the 1,000. So that was actually amazing. I'm hoping everyone that came with enjoyed themselves. I know it was a little tight in there. It got real hot back there, too. It was like 90 degrees out.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to try to configure the tables a little differently next year. But we are going to keep doing a 1K for Rails to Trails.
Good.
So,
Well, we had skirmishes most of the time.
yeah, it just lined up with skirmish season. And for some reason, it didn't this year.
Yep.
But the owners and I were talking, and with the success of this one, they want to do it every year for Rails to Trails. So that'd be
Good.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Good. Well, how'd it go for you boys?
Bailey, how'd you do?
05.
No, I didn't even get like an actual win-loss from you yesterday, but I knew you were having a bad day, but...
Yeah, I...
05 drop?
Well, yeah, dropped
You
because of the cut to
you
the top
locked
8.
bottom 8 or what?
I locked the bottom spot, man, okay?
Locked for bottom 8?
Did you win any
I didn't
raffles?
even get like a pity buy. No. I got nothing out of it. It was like $40 down the drain.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck happened?
I'm sorry if I sound salty. I
What
got
happened?
matched into like 3 news.
First of all, who'd you play? There was this big,
played
huge
as- I
surprise.
played Azalea.
Yeah. Some huge surprise. That
I had
was.
a Betsy cooking, and it just wasn't ready to go.
That would have been insane.
That would have at least justified going 0-5.
Who knows? You would have went probably 1-4 with Betsy if you show up with her. At least.
Has one high roll game for 2-4 or something.
That'd been funny, but no. I was on Azalea. I played into 3 news over the course of the day, and let me tell you, it is not a fun matchup. I felt so good going into them too. I've been having a good amount of success into new on Talishar, and I guess this just goes to show that you can't translate like Talishar success into like actual like
Playtime.
in-person
Yep.
play success. Because I think my like matchup into new is like a 60-40 in my favor right now. So like it's still tough, but like I can get there most of the time. And just could not against any of the news. I was so sick of seeing new by the end of the day.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
We were talking a little bit before the pod about, Zen's like his numbers at PT. And I was joking about how like kind of seems like New's overtaking that annoying like hero to play against. Zen's not even annoying, it's just damage, right? Like what's happening, what's coming. It's just damage. New is like incredibly frustrating sometimes. But
It's just assassins.
yeah, I mean they all have their different ways of doing it, right? I think New is doing it in a way
Besides
that is
Arachne, he kind of just cries in the corner.
yeah.
A little bit.
The Forgotten Child by LSS.
5 on Azalea though, bro. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, thank you for saying
Sorry,
it again.
I'm sorry, it kind of hit me again. What about you, Cliff? How'd you do?
Yeah, we can move on.
Would you like to close out on any of the memorable, spots in those games, or?
Yeah, New killed me.
Yep.
And then New killed me.
Yep.
I played a KO somewhere
Cliff's
in there,
dying.
and like actually had a close game in there. I had a chance of making it back on that one, and then he like double barraging. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
And
Barraging and
not,
KO?
not barraging. What's the
Blood rush?
Yeah, double blood rush.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
And I was like, cool. Yep. Good
Just having
game,
the worst
brother.
time.
I was like, man, this one looked so close. And then I got killed by New again after that. I don't remember who the
There's a
other
lot of
one
news
was.
there.
Did I forget? I didn't play Sean, did I?
We all forgot we played Sean. I know I didn't play Sean.
I did not play Sean. I played Jameson. I don't remember who he was on, though.
Kasai. That was the crazy Kasai lad.
Yeah.
Dude, he cracked me the fuck up.
Dude, that was so crazy. I started that game so hot. I like turn 0 knocked into a red, and then just saw nothing after that. And I was like, where are my knocks? Where are my reds? I'm like dominating arrows off the top still, which is fine, but it's also just leaving him with his like entire hand. And Kasai can still push damage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, fucking Tanner. I'm going to go on a rant here real quick. I had the same like hot start against Tanner. Turn 0, knock, hit him with the red. He's on like one action. I'm like, okay, like this is a decent start. Draw into my second knock. And then 2 buffs and an arrow. And I'm like, this is perfect. I can reload the like arrow and then load. And then, I'm off to the races.
Yep.
Swings at me. I'm like, no, this is fine. I'll take it. Plays a Siren's Call. I'm like, who the fuck plays Siren's Call into Azalea? I threw my head back and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is like the one time that this card has hit ever.
Well, do you only have 3 blues in your deck?
Yes. Yes.
Of course, that's how
That
it
is
lines
fucking.
up.
That's
Like, I'm
great.
pretty sure. Did you cut your Siren's Calls when we played beforehand?
For the one in the 1K, yeah, the one we had played prior, I had added them
Yeah.
in and played one, and he showed me his hand was 3 buffs and an arrow. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
I showed him 4 red.
foreshadowing my demise.
And I think that's just
Cool.
like most news are kind of cutting the Sirens calls into like
Well, yeah, it makes
Azaleas
sense.
and
I
stuff
think
like that.
the newest version of Azalea is
Yeah.
that
The red
very
line one.
small amount
Yeah.
of blues.
So yeah, for the 1K game, I did cut out all the Sirens calls. I didn't have them in. So him having that in and actually hitting is hilarious.
So Tanner, fuck you, buddy. Love ya.
But fuck you.
Cliff,
But
how
love
was
ya.
your 1K experience?
I ended 2-2-1. Pretty happy with how New played overall. Round 1 was into an Enigma, Nathan Moe. Not exactly a matchup I want to see with new Enigmas. Just not fun.
Yeah, long fought out
Long,
game.
sloggy. We ended, I think I was on 4, he was on 8. I had a good bit more of deck left, so if we'd had a couple more turns, I probably could have gotten there.
Yep.
I was doing a decent job at trying to keep his board small and minimum. He also didn't have the big chi pitch into the manifestations. Always a good thing.
Yeah, that play is like backbreaking sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I would have been cooked if that had hit, probably.
Yep.
Round 2, I got paired into Riptide. That is not a match I want to see either. Riptide did the Riptide thing, and I lost that one. The big of note turns, I had just taken a decent bit of damage to throw a Bonds turn, but I didn't have the ability to not play my reaction to give it power
Yep.
before he had to play something to interact with the Bonds on hit. So I had to do the Venomous Bite to spawn the Fang Strike, and then he buzzsawed it.
Oof.
So blocking 3, so brought it back down to 1 from 10 or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. And from there, it was just, game over.
Yep.
Yeah, Buzzsaw's huge.
Yep.
Yeah, how's it fucking feel?
Man, I love hitting that card on other people, but fuck, that doesn't feel great. You guys are never allowed to give me shit about
Dude,
Riptide
you've
again, by the
gotten
way.
me with that so many times on Azalea. And
I know, it's
every
great.
time, it's just like, gah.
It's just perch grapplers, and then you buzzsaw them, and it's, oh no. Anyways, it's awesome. Round 3. Who was my round 3? Were you my round 3?
Yeah.
You were my round 3.
You forgot about me?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Tough.
It's okay, it was kind of a forgettable match.
Yep. Picked up the dub on Bailey. The play that ended up getting him was Mistblade into a surgical for 5, go again into a surgical for 4.
Bro, fuck that. I was like, fine, okay, 1 surgical, I can deal with that. We're doing okay. Like, I'm
Took the card
gonna
from
lose
his
some
hand,
cards or whatever. But at least I'll still have a turn next turn. And then he's like, yeah, surgical for 4. And I was like, damn it. That was how my day was going.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like you just had a terrible time at every match. You
Yep.
played Sean too, right?
Yep, I did play Sean, and
Did you smack him around?
I smacked Sean around.
That's good.
The big
Good put him in
fun
his place.
big fun turn I had on him was the most of the game I was able to do the disruption effect, right?
Yeah, you kind of got to put Sean in his
constantly
place right
pull
now.
everything and kind of get him where I wanted.
Yeah.
The big turn when I transcended and pitched to new, he had 2 or 3 0-for-1s that had go again on the card and created a tiger if I'd pitched a blue. So I played those out on him, created 3 tigers. He had 2 of the buffs that were blue that also created
Ancestral.
a tiger, and then when I think they give the next tiger +2. So I played out my attack. I can't remember what it was. It was like something for, I think it was a CNC 7 go again. Did the Sacred Art, pitched to new, did the 0-for-1s, and then Crouching Tiger for 5 from the buffs. Just a nick on that Crouching Tiger to get it to 10.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, it goes to show why New is like has that really cool end game against Zens where they can just like
Dump out.
Look
their
at me.
whole-
Explode
Look at
them.
me.
Yeah.
I am the ninja now.
yeah, for real. Do you remember your last round or was that?
Yeah, the last round was into the KO that, end of the game, all of his equipment's already gone. I'm able to keep stripping cards, but I just can't push over
Yeah.
to get the on hit and kill him. Like it's just drawing the wrong cards for
Yep.
me to like kill him.
Yep.
Yep. I think new is definitely susceptible to like drawing the wrong cards together or just not having enough like punch. So you just end up dagger in like arsenal card. And it's just like, oh, like it's just a
Feels
bad turn
bad,
cycle.
yeah. Yep.
Sometimes.
I just needed something more to get there,
Yep.
and I was very frustrated that I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were 1 win away. I mean, 3 and 2 basically. Well, we actually had like 2 or 3 3-2s not make top 8, but it was good enough to like get there. Wes, shout out Wes, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
He bubbled at 9th. That sucks.
Shout out to Garrett making top 4.
Oh yeah, Garrett too,
Good
man.
stuff, dude. Came all the way down from Duluth land
Yeah.
with me to come play in this. Didn't even bring his own deck.
Yeah.
Showed up. Ty gave him a KO deck, and he just
Yeah, he
rips her.
wasn't. A little birdie told me that he needed a carrion husk. I think that little birdie was Cliff over there.
He has been known to dance around the Levia and let his kid dance around the Levia deck and CNC people when they're on Riptide.
Oh, I remember that story.
Yep.
Hell yeah. No, he told me that he wasn't gonna play. He's like, yeah, I'll still come down, but I don't really have a deck built. And I was like, what? No, I was like, come play my KO deck. I just have it built. It's sitting right here, 80 cards. I even wrote out the deck list for him. Like, no, you're gonna play, fucker. Like, and then he comes in top 4s, the bitch. Like, it was awesome.
Good.
Shout out to Garrett. He
Hell
squeaked
yeah.
in there at 8th, and then beat the first seed in top 8. On stream too. I think that game was on stream, so we'll be able to go back and watch that one.
It should have been.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I did want to go through the meta breakdown for our 1K. It's kind of typical with 5 news at the top. We also had 5 KOs.
I found
though.
3 of them.
Yeah, dude, I know. I played 3 news as well, actually, on the day. But there were 5 news, 5 KOs, 2 Azalea, 2 Enigma, 2 Prism, 1 Riptide, 1 Zen, 1 Kano, 1 Victor, 1 Max, 1 Kasai, 1 Bolden, and some crazy guy on Teklo.
Yeah, old and senile.
Dude, I know. It's true. Everyone's giving me shit because I was like talking so much shit about Teklo and how boring he is, but I just can't. I can't bring myself to. I just can't put him down. I don't know. Big part of it is not wanting to like play any of these Misfit heroes too. Like, I don't want to play any of the new toys, so I might as well just stick with him.
God, what do you want to play? Because
I
this
have no
whole
idea.
spoiler season
I have no
already,
idea.
you've been like, I don't want to play anything from Rosetta.
Auxilio looks kind of cool. I was
Yes.
talking with Nathan Moe about how do we like if we have like our first true like burn deck because like he cares about instants. You can do it on both turns.
Dude, brainstorm Auxilio.
Well, what if it's just like all instants or like instant base deck, and then you can like filter them to try to like draw blocks or draw better cards, filter your blues into reds or whatever you need. Like I don't know, it could be like a aggro aggressive instant
I
deck
like
or
it.
something
I
like,
like
a
it.
true red burn deck for Magic. We don't really have something like that right now. I mean, Kano does something sort of similar, but takes some setup and
Yes, it does.
sequencing and
Thinking. A lot of thinking.
yeah, yep. But yeah, I got to the finals. Got to the finals
Way
in
to
the
go,
1K.
buddy.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. I had like 0 expectations on the day, honestly. Top 8. Well, I guess I can go through some of my matchups. I played against Cole on Victor. This man shows up with Earthlore Bounty, Snapdragons, fucking like crazy spice like he always does
Yep.
with his decks, you know. And him and I had a pretty banger of a game. It was fun. But took that one down. Round 2, I played a KO. So I was telling you guys, like, I squeaked out of that one with a W off the back of a 1. If the guy just like attacks me and doesn't even roll scabs, I probably die, and he just rolls me a 1, and I transform the next turn, and it was fucking off to the races. So started out 2-0 with like, you know, no real thought. I would have been happy to 0-2. Go to the beer garden after that, fucking
Just
sit
get-
there in the
get a little
office,
slammed.
and oh yeah, dude, that would have been great. But dropped the next 2 though to end up 2-2 with going into the 5th round. Lost to a new, lost to a shred, Cliff. You guys heard about it. lost to the second shred on the
So you
weekend.
Didn't
I didn't
learn
play
your
around the
lesson
shred. No,
from
I
the
didn't play.
armory?
That one's on stream too. I think it was a surgical. I overblocked surgical, expecting like a pump, and he did it perfectly. Where he like jebaited me, like I said, with a contract card, and yeah, I didn't see he had pitched one earlier, and I just didn't see it. And then he shredded my legs and pretty much lost on the spot there. Got vengeance against that deck though in the top 8, which was nice. I played around shred and it got locked in his arsenal for I think 6 or 7 turns, so that was pretty cool. But what was my winning in? Oh, me and Alex played a game, and yeah, we were both 2-2. Alex, do you know who that is, Josh? No, Bailey, do you know?
Yeah.
Bailey's off it. Now it's Josh.
Him and I are Bolton buddies now.
Yeah,
Love you, Alex.
No, we had a pretty close game too. I was at 5 at the end of the game actually, and he didn't get a chance to double Lumina me. He was trying to set it up and ended up like banishing one of his Luminas off of the Lumina, which he's done I think 3 games in a row now against me.
That's so.
Yeah, he was so pissed. I felt so bad for him because it just keeps happening to him. But yeah, squeaked in there at 7th seed. Played Carter in the top 8 on new. Dude, it's weird because like some games feel like that game where everything goes right for me and like I don't feel threatened. Like I have a ton of life at the end of the game. I find my pieces, find singularity. They don't disrupt me much. Mm-hmm. Their banishes line up with the cards I want banished. Like I mean, some new games feel like that, and then some new games feel like me and Andrew's first game where like he's banishing my remembrance. He made me block with a fabricate with like a card. It's like inducement or something where it pulls a card from the top of your deck. So he like made me block with a fabricate to get no value, and then he like activated mask with 1 card in hand, and I had to banish my second fabricate. So in 1 turn, he just gets rid of 2 of my huge valued cards.
Yep.
And like he banished my remembrance that game. Like it was just just sometimes I just crumble. Yeah, like it just seems it's so weird. I'm kind of back and forth on if I'm favored or not into new.
I think any match that claims to be in favor on new has to be very draw dependent.
Yeah, because I don't think favorite is the right word. It's more like you said, like if it just lines up, I feels like I can do no wrong, dude. I swear to God.
But if the news hands line up, it feels like you're fucked if you block, you're fucked if you're not.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I didn't block and I lose all my cards anyway. Cool.
I mean, that's kind of sort of what happened. I mean, Carter had some pretty medium turns. It seemed like some of his turns were not lining up very well.
I will say,
like I was playing around with some of his Siren's Call, like in our game, where Siren's Call is cool, like when it comes down, but then when you can like dump your blues in ways that Techno can, it's nice.
Yep.
In that instance, it's just forcing you to respond to it to see if you can dodge it. I will say on Carter when we played, I was able to like turn 2 double Justinica bonds to get it to like 14.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. My snags were pretty good that game, from what I remember. Or maybe that was Andrew's. I think they were. Snags always pretty good. But yeah, I got there, went on to the quarters, played Andrew, got my vengeance there, like I said. He beat me in Swiss, and then lost to Nick Gabler on Riptide in the finals. Kind of upset about that game.
You guys shouldn't play Riptide. Riptide's so bad.
That's actually a good point, Josh. I didn't lose to Riptide. I lost to, Nick Gabler, first of all. He's a good player.
Yes, he is.
But I lost to fucking Dreadbore, dude. In my notes about Riptide, I have Beware Dreadbore. Just as if I know they're on it, I usually cut 3 fates, and then I only keep the 3 sinks in. I don't bring in red unmovables or anything like that. But yeah, all game, he was just locking my D-reacts away in hand. And it just played a huge part. I mean, there were some turns too where he was he didn't have go again. It was just a 8 damage arrow with an on hit. That's pretty easy to cover up as Teklo, but yeah, it was just a clunky game for me, I think. I'm pretty good into Riptide. This new version of Riptide is just kind of Lexi though. It's like Diet Lexi.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. They just go wide. They shoot
Falcon
multiple arrows a
Wing,
turn.
Ravenous,
Yep. They have New Horizon.
Boltons,
I mean,
New Horizon.
they play New Horizon. That reload mechanic on him is fucking wild.
The trench
Is
just
crazy.
such a-
I mean,
yeah, it's
you
such a
can
good
see
card.
you can see what's going on there with that deck. And this like new version of Riptide, I just am very unpracticed into. And shut up, Cliff. I can see you over there shaking your fucking head.
You're a fucking clown. I hope you know it. I've been over here for how many months? Riptide's got
What and what is
moves.
always my answer? Show me.
You're always like,
Show
oh,
me.
Riptide's bad. Why would you ever play
Show me.
Riptide?
I just wanted you to show me.
As he sits on Teklo.
Nick Gabler
Yeah, this
just
is
did
true.
it.
Yeah, Nick Adler just showed me. How do you like me now, Cliff?
God, y'all were like, yeah, you should probably just play new. She's the much better deck, and you're probably not wrong. But a Riptide did just win the 1K in front of all of our eye holes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is true.
I'll have to go back and actually watch that game though. I don't know if I like misplayed anywhere or what. I don't think I did. It was pretty clean on that part. But like I didn't see my Evos as early as I would have liked to.
And all of you can go back and rewatch Tyler's defeat as well. We did stream the event on our YouTube channel, Big Deck Energy Live, I believe.
Dumb egg on Teklo gets
I sound like
destroyed by
Josh now, trying to
Riptide.
remember the email.
Hey, that was 3 times.
It
I
doesn't
did-
help that it has
got
a
a
different
tally.
name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did stream it, all 8 hours of it. Zach, Sean, have fun commentating
Yeah,
over
that's
that.
going to be interesting to see how they handle that. That's a big project ahead of them.
I mean, I think I was kind of talking with Zach, and we're just going to kind of cut it up into,
Different rounds.
I would say bite-sized pieces, but each match is like an hour.
Yeah. No, I know.
But they're kind of just going to cut out the fluff and get to the meat.
Yeah,
of
there's some
things.
wait time and downtime in between rounds, so
Yeah. So
shouldn't be too long. But if you ever want to go watch it, we'll have it out there probably within the next week or two or something.
the commentated version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Should be, hopefully.
Hell yeah. Lost in the finals to Nick on Riptide, like I said. So congratulations to Nick. It was fucking just a great day. Want to thank everyone for coming out. We were really happy to be able to do this for everyone. So
I had a phenomenal time. There's
Yeah.
a lot of really great people down there. I mean,
it's good to see the crowd like
the
from the
atmosphere
cities
with
come
like
out.
rails to trails and everything going
Mhm.
on at the same time too. It was so fun.
I know.
I don't know. I had a ton of fun.
The fact that
It's
people
been
are flowing
Kind of my
beers.
thing lately. I haven't been having fun at the table, with all of these recent losses. But man, I've been having so much fun with just like everybody that's been showing up.
The environment. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of goes back to what we've been saying recently about how it's like the cards are kind of secondary. I really think that's true. Like, and right now we can see that more than ever. Like you said, it's just
I
more
think I
about
kind
the
of
hang.
laughed that off at first too.
No,
And
for me, dude, like, I mean, I love this game. I love like the mechanics. We talked about why we love this game so many different times, but this weekend like really showed. Like, I mean, you went 0-5 and you enjoyed yourself. It's not about the cards.
yeah, for the most part.
for the most part.
I don't know. I had a couple beers in me that probably weren't helping, but
Yeah.
Don't worry, I was 05 too.
no, you were 0-0 because you weren't there.
Did you report?
Well, I had 5.
Oh
I had 5
my
losses. As soon
God.
as I
Did you
walked in
did
the
you
door.
report?
He was going around doing that shit to me. Nathan, you got the biggest head for a judge, man. I mocked him one time and he's like, I will disqualify you today. And I was like, fucking do it.
Oh man, we had some fun with him that day.
I'll go talk to the TO.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he was trying to shoo me out of the office. I'm like, motherfucker, I work here. What are you doing?
I own this place.
No. It was funny though. It was. It's just
Yeah, for
like,
some reason you couldn't like see the deck list or something.
No, or I was like, I was registering people by their numbers or whatever, or their name and numbers. And he like thought I was looking at deck lists, and it's like, no, dude, I'm not like analyzing deck lists here. Trying to fucking get everyone in there, but that was like our guys too. It's just like most of our locals kind of showing up and doing
Yeah,
it.
we all kind of already know what
Everybody's
each other's on.
Yeah.
Except for shreds, apparently. We don't know that everyone's running shreds.
Well,
you
like
gotta have at least one.
sometimes you can just like type in the name and then like there'll be one name, but sometimes there's like multiple numbers. So there was a few I just had to look at the number.
Dude,
you know?
Sean's got a Smurf.
Yeah,
I do too.
yeah, he does. I couldn't find a couple people. I was like, what is going on?
Sean,
here?
what's the elo on your main, man?
Sean's sitting at like a rank 12.
He's just over
Hilarious.
here like
On his
farming
main.
low rank lobbies.
Oh, that's fucking great, dude.
For you, Josh.
No, I don't want that. Take that nasty dynasty box away from me.
Yeah, top eight was 3 new, 1 Tekla, 1 Riptide, 1 Azalea, 1 KO, 1 Prism, and that was, I think, all I had left on the. I just wanted to make sure to get that out.
Yeah.
But that is all I had left on the 1K.
Well, why don't we dive into some of these events that happened around the world? We had Pro Tour Amsterdam and Calling.
Dude, that was such a slog to watch. The Pro Tour, I mean, you know, time zones and everything. It started at like 3 a.m. yesterday. And
Yeah.
so Zach and I watched like round 1 of the, I believe it was the quarterfinals. Yeah, it had just started. And by the time round 1 was over, I was like zonked.
Half asleep in your chair.
And I legitimately, like, my internal clock must be, like, super attuned to the Pro Tour or something, because I woke up, like, literally just in time to watch the finals.
Yeah.
Like, 5 hours later.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of us were kind of catching up that morning. Like the winner had already been crowned, and it was like trying to I didn't want to see.
I didn't look at anything first. I watched
Yeah.
the, like, last round
It's
of the
tough.
stream. And, dude, Pro Tour champion, Missouri.
Yeah, how crazy
played
is that?
by, I'm going to forget his name now. Oh, my God. Yeah, pull that shit up, Ty.
Shoma Yamamura.
Yes, that's the guy. So props to him, piloting Missouri to a win at the Pro Tour.
There's only
Yeah.
2 Azuris that showed up. How crazy
Didn't
is
they
that?
both make day 2 too?
Yeah. Yep.
So 100% conversion rate, and then one of them goes on to win. I mean, Missouri's always just been like sneaky. Like she
I
kind of.
mean, she has, but she is. No one is talking about Azuri right now. That would be like Bravo or something. You know, like she's kind of the secondary assassin
the-
right now.
She's kind of been put like on backstage since New came out. 'Cause
Yeah,
New
that's what
does
I mean.
New incredible things, but Azuri, I've been really on the fence if I honestly think that New is more powerful than Azuri. Because Azuri just gets to cheat out her 2 costs.
Well, I mean, it's easy to say that now because like you see the deck list and what it's doing against News. Like weakest link on the Azuri trigger.
Oh, horrific.
I mean, that's so good into these misfill heroes.
That's really good.
oh,
What's the attack with dominate?
They've also
Isolate.
been running-
Isolate, yeah.
Isolate into weakest link. There you go.
What's the?
I mean, that's
What's the one that if you attack react 3 times, you get to go
Bonds
of
Agony.
Agony.
Yeah,
Yep, Bonds of Agony.
The finals match in the Pro Tour, the guy like, I didn't even think about this, but he reacted with Azuri and just like didn't swap anything in, because you can still like use the reaction,
Yeah.
and it's just a free. And then he like flick knives something.
Oh,
and-
interesting.
Yeah,
oh wow, yeah, that's crazy.
yeah. I was like, oh shit.
The black techs
Like,
were like on fire for the guy too. Like
I
it
think
seemed
he
like
did.
he
He like
just
black tech, flick knives, and
he was
then
buying them
Azuri.
back a lot.
Yeah.
And
Dude, I honestly want Black Tech to work in New. I kind of want to try him out.
What are the odds that like? Well, I guess it's more than 0% chance, but like, how many people are going to be like moving over to Azuri or giving Azuri a second look now? You know, or do you think like it's just still going to be new
think
all the time?
this will put people back onto her because we all kind of thought about it reading the new Assassin stuff. Like, these are all just good blue stealth cards. Azuri's going to love these. And then we never saw Liss utilize them.
I mean, everyone
is
just
the
jumped on
first-
the new bandwagon like right away.
Reminds me of
Yeah.
like the Toy Story meme where Andy's like dropping Woody for Buzz or whatever.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
It's like, oh shit, wait, what? Come here. I do want to play with you again. What There's something here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns
Well-
out Azuri's still good.
She just has a really good game plan into Zen. I mean,
And, well, and
Zen
new.
never-
I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
New,
It's
I
those two
suppose,
heroes.
but-
She's very predatory to the Mistvale heroes.
Seems like the way that if you look at his deck list, I was taking a peek at the deck list, and
And if
yeah,
you
it
look,
looks solid.
if you look at the
Red Shreds,
structure-
Cliff. Red Shreds.
Yeah, dude, Red
What
Shred
the
is
fuck?
sick.
I thought of you when I saw that.
It's good.
I do want to say the Azuri
It has to
went
be for,
through,
like, victors.
2 news, I believe, in the top 8 bracket. So Azuri beat a new, and then finals Azuri beat Zen.
There you go.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Insane.
I
Awesome.
don't think anybody saw this coming.
Well,
No,
Nobody had Azuri.
Completely off radar. Azuri comes in like, look at me, I am the best deck.
Guys, we're
I don't think any of
I'm
us
the
even like
assassin now.
mentioned her when we were doing our guesses.
we're
for
forgetting to
this.
mention one hero that was in the top 8 that we never thought we would ever see. Levia.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, she's like
I wasn't expected, but it's not like shocking. She's up.
Did we
there.
go over
she's
top 8?
good right now. Like,
We
she's
had-
in the best spot she's ever been.
We had 3
Really?
Zen, 3 new, Levia, and an Azuri.
What is it? Shadow Realm Horror. That card is a
Yeah,
house.
Very good. Very
Nah,
good.
card's fake. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's so crazy too. If you can like banish your other Shadow Realm Horror off of it,
Yeah.
and then play that one too. I mean,
Yeah.
Are you doing this on purpose?
what?
That's exactly what Cass did to me the last time we
did he?
played.
got you good.
He's like, yeah, it's cool when it lines up, and then 3 turns later he does it. And I'm like, you sick man.
How much is LSS rejoicing with these 2 heroes sneaking into top 8? Like,
Oh, they're
can
so
you imagine
happy.
if it's another Zen and new, and we
4
just have
Zen,
4 and
4
4?
new.
Be rough.
Oh, dude.
They would hate it. It'd be like we messed up.
It's super sick.
Especially
seeing
to have
we
Azuri
Made a
win.
mistake.
Yeah.
just assassinate everything on our way up.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Did you guys see the battle hardened results?
I haven't
and
seen the battle hardened results.
hero distribution. Oh my gosh!
Is
So
that
we had
the Living Legend one?
a 118 player Living Legend tournament. Can you guys guess the most played hero?
Bravo. Or Stravo.
No.
Zen.
Icelander.
Yeah, I can see it, because now, is it
Coming in
Channel
at-
like Frigid?
Coming in at
is
19.
unbanned?
Yeah.
Yep.
19 Icelander. We had 18 Lexi, 16 Chain, 14 Zen. 14 Zen, dude.
Stubby Zen goes
Stubby
hard.
Zen must just like pop the fuck
Yeah.
off.
I mean, we were all worried about Stubby Fi. Well, Stubby Zen's just even better.
It's really funny too, like with I've heard a couple comments about how ice is needed in this format, and like the question becomes, would it even affect Zen with the amount of blues? Well, you get to see if it affects him in that format.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this format and play it more. We had 11 Starvo after Zen, and then the rest of them, only 2 OG Prisms. Or no, I'm sorry, is that new Prism?
You old man.
Prism Awakener of Soul is new Prism.
That's two new
6
Prisms.
old
6
prism,
old Prism.
2 new prism.
Okay,
Yep.
I saw that wrong. Only 4 Kano though showed up. 4 Briar. We had
Only
a couple
4
of
Briar is wild.
That is crazy. 2 Reinar, which is weird.
Yeah, Reinar, let's
What are you
go.
playing? Playing? Oh, you know what it is? It's Savage. It's the not Sav. It's Berserk.
Berserk,
It's
yep.
Berserk Reinar. It has to be. Like, that has to be what's going on there, because
Yep.
Why else would you be playing it?
Maybe that's what I'll do for the LL. Maybe I'll just build a Berserk Reinar.
the other thing that kind of
Do it.
catches me by surprise here, 5 old him.
Bailey likes old him better
super
than Starvo.
extreme fatigue.
Dude,
I mean, what?
People love Beeple.
Well,
People love Old Him, because Old Him is just the most fatigue.
Well, it just goes to show, like, if that was your hero, play that hero. You know, if you
Yep.
if you played it for years, that was your favorite shit. I mean, this is your chance. You know, the top 8 for that one.
is a thing.
Yeah, the top 8 for that one looked so juicy. I mean, this looks so fun. We had 2 OG Prism, 1 Zen, 1 Chain, 1 Icelander, 1 Oldhim, 1 Kano, and 1 Starvo.
So did the 2 OG Prism that show up both get to top 8?
One of them made it to quarters, and then they both lost. The finals was
still
Zen versus Kano, and Kano came out on top in the Living Legend Battle Heart. Can you fucking believe it?
The two heroes that aren't
We got some
living legend.
exploring to do, boys. We get to explore this format. I cannot fucking wait, dude. This is, I mean,
Y'all ain't ready for my Sun's Wish Moon's Kiss Bravo deck.
Oh shit.
gosh, here we go.
I'm gonna reveal to give the next attack go again.
Shit.
Um,
Well, did we have anything on the calling? Do we know?
not.
who won
I
that?
think Zen won the calling.
It was Zen?
I believe so. But yeah, not much.
I didn't
on the
see too
calling.
much chatter about the calling,
Mm-mm.
but no, I mean, pretty exciting weekend for Fab.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
we have Yuzuri winning again. I think she won a Pro Tour once before, if I'm mistaken.
I think you're right. This isn't her first time.
I
She's
think
always
it was right around Outsiders release.
Yeah, I think so. But then everyone kind of like had plans into Missouri, and even though you have a plan into Missouri, she can still just do that thing.
Yeah,
Blue Isolate is a card.
the house of a card.
Yep. And Azuri has just a Nick now, so instead of swapping in a 6 power, she can just like, yeah, I'm gonna just a Nick and spike with Blood Rot that.
Yeah, exactly. Just so good. But why don't we dive right into these Rosetta spoilers? I know we got a bunch on, I think it was Thursday, right?
I
The
believe
keynote
so.
Yep.
right before Pro
Yep.
Tour. A lot of juicy stuff. We got
We got
finally
a new mechanic.
new mechanic. We got the two other heroes revealed, and then
3 new CNCs.
yeah,
Dude, I was
Rare.
so close on Verdance's ability.
Oh yeah, yeah. That looks spicy.
It looks so spicy.
Yes.
dive right in, Bailey.
Yeah,
pull
so
that shit up.
we got the adult version of Verdance spoiled, as well. Well, we basically got the text on Verdance spoiled finally. And the adult version reads, if there are 8 or more Earth cards in your banished zone, Verdance gets whenever you gain life during your turn, you may deal 1 arcane damage to any opposing target. And for the young, it's the same as the Florian situation. It's just 4 cards in banished for the Blitz version of her.
Good.
She really is like a druid. I think, what did I say in my predictions? It was going to be like, gain a life. I think I said create an embodiment or something like
Yep.
that.
Ooh, I feel like that would have been disgusting. Yeah, I'm gonna Toma Faendal and create 6 embodiments of Earth.
I can't wait for Poison the Well to absolutely skyrocket in price.
Dude, it's already at like $12 a card.
I
I
know.
think it's insane.
But yeah, it probably already spiked.
I was
because
gonna
of
go.
it.
I was gonna
Yeah.
go pick up a play set, and I looked at the price, and I was like, "Hell no!"
Yeah, no, it jumped.
Please
Jumped
don't.
quite a bit.
People are specking. I was kind of thinking maybe the weakest link spiked because of all these instants and instant themed
Bro,
decks and
we could-
Auxilio.
Dude, the instance we see
Cilio
or
looks
have
fun.
seen block though,
That is true. Well, we can maybe kind of go into
and that'll kind of get into like the new like mechanic. But
how does that fucking work? They haven't really come out and said how yet, but you want to go over meld, Josh?
Meld is a new keyword. It says you may play one or both instances of this card. Each costs 1, depending on the cost of the card. So
It's like 2 cards in one. Like they did
it's
that
the,
in double-sided
like,
magic
split-
cards.
Well, Magic
Yep.
has split cards too.
Yep.
yep.
So it's essentially 2 cards on the face of 1 card, and when you play the card, it sounds like you get to play both sides. You have to pay for both sides if you do. You can choose to just play one of them, I think, right?
Yep.
Yep.
The question I have is if you have to play the instant, like on top of the non-attack, or when you play the non-attack, do you have to play the instant like immediately,
I
or
would.
how
would
meld
assume
works
so.
in that way?
Yeah, I
I
would
would
imagine it
assume
has
so.
to be like
Yeah.
as the card resolves.
When I
So
first read it,
it's
I was
all
very
one card.
confused.
If you would play the instant, like at instant speed, I'm wondering if it just goes to graveyard and you're unable to play the non-attack action.
Or vice versa,
Well,
right?
yeah, you wouldn't be able
If you
to
play the
other
non-attack,
half
it
of
goes to graveyard, then you're probably not able to play the instant side.
Well, if you're playing the non-attack, then that's
can-
when
it's still
you'd have to
instant.
meld in order
Yeah.
to play the instant, because then the instant would just go in response to the resolution.
Yeah, on
of the
top of it.
non-attack.
Yeah.
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 So, I mean, we got, I think, 4 of those cards spoiled, the dual cards. No 5.
I want to talk about Ausilio's ability before we get into single cards.
Valid.
Discard an instant, draw a card.
Good.
What the fuck?
Super
and it's once
good.
per turn.
Super good.
So you can do that in both players' turns. It's very generic, which kind of makes me think that he's going to have a very streamlined way of killing people, and his deck is going to be...
I think he's going to have some absolute bangers for
Yeah.
Majestics.
Yeah, I think if you're going to give him a bunch of instants, they have to be all strong. If he can't block functionally, like...
Well, you guys also remember the lightning, the new channel lightning instant. When you deal damage, draw a card.
Yeah.
So he can instant that out, discard.
It makes
draw
me
to
think like
play
a
something,
true burn
draw a
deck.
card.
Like,
Yeah.
If he's a true burn deck, I think I'll actually be interested in Ausilio.
We do have to note he is at 36 health too, and we know what happens when a hero is lower health.
yeah. Verdance is the first wizard to start at 40 as well. I
Yes.
kind of skipped over that part.
Which is
But she
ridiculous
gets the
when she
full
has a
40
life
life.
gain ability. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here with
She
that.
might be the
Get
strongest
out.
hero out of the Rosetta after seeing the ability on her.
Bro, she's going to be nuts.
Florian seems kind of
pretty
annoying
good.
as well.
Florian is still my
Because he
best
basically
guess.
just gets Mordred tied, right? Like on
Yeah.
everything. Like essentially you just trigger his Mordred tide, and now he
Yeah.
just has that effect for the rest of the game.
He looks like he's going to be so good.
That's a crazy effect.
Yeah.
Super good.
Every rune chant you make, every embodiment.
His specialization when his ability is online is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's exciting, man. It's elemental heroes have always been some of my favorites. So going back to going back to Arya, I should say, it's getting me excited. This Ausilio character is really piquing my interest, though. I saw that.
He looks so sick.
I kind of wrote it off as being just a bad ability, and then I'm like thinking deeper on it, and it's like, well, if they made it so generic, he's at 36. There's probably a ton more to like at stake or at play here.
Yep.
So I just cannot wait to
there-
see his instance.
With
his-
that kind of ability, like there's got to be a pretty
Maybe you're
good
just
reason
trying to
that they
draw a bunch
decided
of cards,
that he
right?
Well, we've
should
also
be at
seen
36.
Yeah.
Decompose for Earth. I'm wondering if maybe there's going to be some sort of similar effect for Lightning.
Lightning makes me think like go again, lots of drawing cards, his ability.
I mean, you got your blinks.
Blink
Instance.
is going to be disgusting.
Blink
Gain an
honestly
action.
isn't bad in Acilio, I
No.
don't think. Like
No. I
if you
think
don't
that's
need
good.
it, you just discard it to replace it.
and it's a blue.
Well, yeah, I
And,
think
like
I think the idea is like
you think
getting
you
rid
said
of
it
your
best.
bad instance for good instance when you need them.
Like
you know,
his filtering is going to be insane.
Yeah.
Unmatched.
pretty cool.
I'm
every turn,
excited.
every turn. I mean,
The cold foil Marvel should look absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
He
I
is one
love
of the
They all
coolest
do.
looking heroes
yeah, they all look
to
great.
come out of this game. But why don't we dive into some of these split cards? Cliff, do you have any of them pulled up? You want to read one?
Well, before we talk about the split cards, I just want to talk about the spoiled, what look like the rare Earthen form and the Lightning counterpart Lightning form. How ridiculous are these cards?
Oh, the rares?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
3 for 7 on Earthen form, 2 block. When it hits, create an embodiment of Earth. And then Lightning form, 1 for 5, also a 2 block. When this hits, create an embodiment of Lightning. So 1 for 5 pseudo go again, just a much better Flock of the Featherwalks, right?
Yep.
And then Earthen form, 3 for 7, create embodiment of Earth, just a better Autumn's Touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me complaining like I always do. I really
Except
wish
Autumn's
these blocked
Touch.
for 3.
Autumn's Touch blocks.
I
if
think
these were block 3,
It'd be
these
too
would
good.
be way too honorary.
Yeah.
no.
Way
With the
too-
way that they print
1
cards
for
and the power
5,
levels of
get
cards,
go again, dude. You got to think of Aurora's ability when you think
this
about
doesn't
that card.
have a go again. This just sets up next turn. This is just giving you an agility. We know. I mean, this is just kind of
Just
like
lightning surge.
Not if in response
Pain
to
to
playing
Aurora.
it, she pitches to herself to give it go again. So
Yeah.
then it's 1 for 5.
No,
go
look, I
again.
think you still play these cards. I just think
Oh,
like
yeah.
they easily could have made these 3 blocks and we wouldn't have batted an eye. Like we would have just been like, oh yeah, that sounds about right. They just kind of like juice the stats of cards nowadays to like make them really good. And Yeah, I don't know. I just looked at the 2 block and I was like, oh, damn.
Dude. It's giving you the extra block with the embodiment of Earth. Come on.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, I know. And then the action point is acting as another point of value. I get it, but yeah, they're both good. Like I said, you probably still play both. Did y'all see the new CNCs?
Yeah, they're interesting. They all attack for different powers too.
Different costs and different powers. Yep. 1 for 5, 2 for 6, 3 for 7. They all care about different types of cards. The 3 for 7 is turn a card in arsenal face up, banish an instant. The 2 for 6 is banish and non-attack from arsenal, and the 1 for 5 is attack action.
KO about to have so much arsenal disruption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No, you're not going to throw all these in for your go again. I just think it'd be hilarious if someone brought a KO deck that had like all of these and the CNCs and send packing.
yeah. The tongue-tied one is weird to me because like they could just play the instant out of arsenal. So like,
But
how
you're
often are
kinda
they? Yeah, you're forced to
making
play
them,
it. Yeah.
like, do it
Yeah.
when you want them to versus when they
That's true.
want to.
It's just weird. Like the art on that card also is like phenomenal. They got dudes like mouth tape shut or some shit. Did you see that? Bailey?
Yep.
Look at the
No.
art. Look at the art on the thing. It's a good one.
Oh, what the hell?
I know. They're like interrogating some like tree folk looking dude. I don't know. It looks like the ladies from the Ravenous Rabble promo, where they're out, like, they have like the altar and there's like blood everywhere. Do
Oh, yeah.
you see that in the background?
Interesting.
It's like, yeah, it's dope.
They're just teasing new demons for when we go back to Monarch or when we go back to Solana.
We have
Should
a
we get into
new.
some of these meld cards?
Did you see the new card type?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck was that?
I think they're only usable in
limited.
I think.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think it's going to be like everybody gets, like this has like a promo, and then
Mm-hmm.
for any sealed draft.
Yeah, it's...
So what it is it's null rune for everyone, but it's like
But like, you have
it's
to
like the
use it
Northern
on your
Lights.
first turn.
No. It's just
No.
First of all, the type is called a Rosetta macro, which is weird. But the card is called Sanctuary of Arya. It is what looks to be a permanent, I guess. You start the game with it in play, but only in limited formats, and then you can pay 2 into it to prevent the next 1 damage that would be dealt to you this turn by a source of your choice.
And you can do that as many times as you want.
Yep. You can activate it however many
6
times you
if
want that turn.
to. Yep.
Which is cool. Again, it's kind of just like they gave us all a little bit of Arcane Barrier to
Well,
start
we all
with, no
bitched
matter
about
what.
it last time, so
Well, they can't make an all Arcane set and just be like, here, draft Arcane Barrier. It's a way for them to make the limited format like just more balanced, probably.
yep.
You know.
Yep. Well, now, finally, we're gonna hit some of these meld cards. I know we've said it multiple times, but so the first one we got here on the list is Thistle Bloom and Life. It's a 2-pitch, yellow, 0 cost. It's majestic. It's a Rune Blade action and an Earth instant. So the left side is the Rune Blade side that says create X rune chant tokens, or X is the total life you've gained this turn.
Dude.
And then life is just gain a life. That's an
Bro,
instant.
Yeah, this card's
that's
wild.
not an okay card.
This
Are
card's
you
good.
kidding me?
This card's good.
What?
This card's good.
So you can Mavrian Skies, Spellbound Creeps, Tome of Faendal, play this with the meld effect to create like 7 rune chants, get the Mavrian Skies effect on that as well, gain that much life.
Yeah.
Play your attack for like 7 physical powered, 10 arcane.
Cliff's already got it figured out over here.
Dude.
Listen to this guy.
He's
Sheesh.
been thinking.
Sheesh.
He's got the gears going.
Oh, that's
No,
so
it's cool.
gross.
This is a cool card. Again, statted, just great. Like 2-pitch, 0 cost.
It's a
blocks for
3
3.
block. My
No
God.
matter what, you're gaining 1 and making a rune chant. So just seems really, really good, and seems to be like one of those type of like enabling cards that enable strategies in decks.
Is it just me, or does that seem like it should be a red pitch, not a yellow?
Well, again, sometimes they'll mess with those little things like, oh, do we make this a yellow or a red, or do we give this 3 block? They're like, oh, we're gonna do both on this card. But I mean, by itself though, if it's a red,
I wonder if the meld cards are gonna be the Marvel cards for the commons and rares for this set.
Good.
Interesting.
I think those would be this would be a really dope looking card as a Marvel.
Sure.
But as a Marvel, how do you separate the arts, or do you like intertwine them somehow?
Probably intertwine them somehow.
Because like in this specific card, it's like 2 totally different like colors and stuff. So
I don't know. It'd be interesting though.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
Want to give us the next one, Ty? It looks kind of like right up Acilio's alley.
Burn Up and Shock. It is a 0 cost, 3 block, Runeblade action / lightning instant. The next time an attack you control hits a hero, this deals 4 arcane damage to them. That's the action side. It has go again. And then the instant is just deal 1 arcane to any target.
Boys,
This is like,
good.
well, it kind of it reminds me of like Electrify a little bit, where like something has to hit for the thing to trigger, and it's the action you play before. Like I loved Electrify. Electrify was sweet.
such a good card.
Yeah. It's cool though. I love that it blocks for 3, 0 cost.
Ty,
This makes me think that you will be attacking. It's not going to all be instants, right? It says the next time an attack hits. So
this card is bonkers. Because
It's good.
You know who else gets this card? Briar. Channel Mount Heroic on this Ball Lightning, and LL format.
True.
yeah. I suppose.
That's true.
Gross.
That is true.
But yeah, I mean, this is good. It's just essentially a 0 for 5. If you can ever get the 4 attack or the 4 damage to like go off, then it becomes.
Oh, she also gets the other. Dude, does Briar just become like the most broken deck in LL with these new meld cards for the Rune Blades?
Who knows, man? We're gonna find out though.
Does this set come out before Skirmish? No.
Our skirmish is the end of August. Damn. Yep. So we'll actually be playing in our LL skirmish before we get Rosetta.
Tough. Well, Bailey, do you want to read the next one?
Yeah. Up next, we have Pulsing Aether and Life. It's a 1 cost, wizard action, earth instant, also a block 3. The wizard action reads deal 4 arcane damage to any target, and then life is gain 1 life.
I like this card a lot.
It looks great.
That's a
If
really
you
sweet
have her
card.
ability, or if you have her ability turned on, it's essentially a 1 for 5 arcane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no, it'd be a 2 for 6. Wouldn't it?
sorry.
Oh, you
yeah,
have to
2
pay.
for-
You have to pay for both sides.
Yes.
You have to pay
It'd
the
be
one
a
twice.
2 for 6 because you'd pitch to get.
I gotta remember
both.
that when I
for
like
5.
am reading these cards.
The last one
No,
you
it
read
would
was,
be 5.
was
You're
0.
right. You're right.
Yeah, I know, which is good. I think if the meld cards have 0, that's like ideal, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, 2 resource for 5 arcane, but
That's the going rate. That's what a Voltic Bolt is, I think. It's 2 for 5.
kind of evens out with the life gain too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Well, the
Cliff.
next one.
Oh, Cliff, do you have them in front of you?
Yeah, are we looking at Comet Storm and Shock?
Whatever one you want, buddy.
Alrighty, I'm looking at Comet Storm and Shock. This one is a bit expensive. It's a 2 cost. Meld card. The wizard action Comet Storm is deal 5 arcane damage to any hero. And then the lightning instant is Shock. Deal 1 arcane damage to any target. So you'd have to pay 4 to use both of these sides, right?
Yes.
So it'd be a 4 cost for 6 arcane.
It's not good.
That's very underrated.
Yeah, that's not good.
So I'm curious what the point of this, or do you just want this
I
for
think
the 2
value
for 5?
here for Acilio is the fact that it's a block 3 and he can discard it.
Oh, that's actually a very good point, Bailey. I think a lot of the meld instants that you'll be like utilizing off of him, that block, are going to be like mainstays in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
I did just realize that all meld cards have the same second half. Well, so far the lightning ones are all shock on the second half, and the earth ones are all life on the second half. So it's just the simple gain one and the simple deal one.
I literally just realized
Me
that
too.
now too.
Me too. As I'm seeing the art kind of next to each other, I'm like, oh wait, it's the same card. So they're just attaching these little shock effects and life effects to basically actions and instants and stuff, to give kind of the card just a second layer that resolves upon playing it. Very cool, very good, like cool design. Like leave it up to LSS to do something we never saw coming. I mean, I never saw dual face cards that you play at the same time.
Yeah.
Still kind of curious to know how you mechanically how you play them,
Judge.
how they resolve.
Nathan, how work?
Did you report?
No.
No, you didn't. Oh yeah, he wanted like both players to report. You remember that? Even if you lost, people would be like, "What?"
Yeah, I just
What
lost
are
to
you
the
talking
Riptide,
about?
and he's like, "Hey Ben, please report." I'm like, "Give me a minute to comprehend, man." He's like, "Report."
Oh my goodness.
He's over here like it's the fucking Nats trying to churn these matches out. Like,
Come on, we got a schedule to keep, folks. Let's go.
I need a 5-second turnaround time after each match has ended.
You could be employee of the month at McDonald's with that.
I did get from a couple of
Even
I will-
partially dressed for it, man. Take
That's
your
true.
order.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
God.
Golden arches, baby.
Well, anyways, we do have one more meld.
No,
card.
I did want to say though,
yes,
we did have a few people say that it was very well ran and
Yes.
well organized, and that is due to partly Nathan judging and just getting the word out and having enough spots. Like I was really happy that, like I said, it was kind of scrunched in there, but I was happy that we were able to have enough room for everyone and
Seems like
fit
everyone
everyone
was
down
having
there.
a good time. Too
yeah,
when they were
man,
playing.
yeah, for sure. It's kind of a tight spot, but yeah. Do we have any more meld cards? I think that was it,
There
right?
is one more.
did
There
I miss
is
one?
null and shock.
Ooh, this
Ooh,
is
I
the
forgot that
counterspell.
Yeah. Both halves are a 1 cost. They're both instants. The left side is a wizard instant. If target instant card has cost less than the total arcane damage you've dealt to opposing heroes this turn, negate it. And then the right-hand side is a lightning instant that deals 1 arcane damage to any target. It's shock.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the same as the other two now.
Yeah,
that
I'm thinking maybe all the meld cards will just have that life or the shock side.
So, question: this is or isn't a card Kano could run?
No,
Isn't.
no, it's lightning.
It's lightning. You
That's
can't-
just the lightning instant. He could run the.
It's
null
still
side?
classified
It's
as
still
lightning.
classified
Yeah.
as
Yes.
it. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be kind of annoying
I'm very interested to see
because
what.
this card could just negate a Kindle, I guess, if the Kano has thrown something else.
You know
and
what
then
else
plays
it negates? It negates
Artivore?
the transcend cards.
Yes, it does. You have to ping them
Yeah.
on top.
Oh,
You do
no.
have to ping them. That's why I literally just bought a playset of Aetherize today.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, that means all of the wizard stuff oh no.
I actually like this. I actually like the
Danger. Danger.
leaning into the counterspell side of things. That is very much not a thing that is present in Fab.
I was a
and
blue player in Magic.
I
These are,
mean,
like,
so I
speaking
I
my
hated
language.
it. I hated
It's
it.
weird because I hated control.
Bro,
coming-
if I
coming
hear the
from
words
Magic.
in response to me trying to transcend, I might just have to leave the table.
Oh, dude,
It's
that's
gonna
actually a
happen.
good answer to New right now.
gonna
Imagine
happen.
that if you can like get in front of her chi cards before she can mask you, like you're fucking up her hand instead. Like that's
Yeah.
great, and it's interactive. It's like one of the things I've said about New is she forces you to interact with her. You can't just ignore what she's doing.
Man, fuck this. I'm going back to Riptide.
Maybe that's just what Kano needed to get pushed over, is to figure out Aetherize Bailey.
I doubt it.
No,
I don't think that's what he needs. I think Kano, he's just very opportunistic. He waits for metas to be open for him. How do you think Kano's going to perform against the wizards we're seeing here?
That is tough to say.
I mean, Kano can still do Kano things.
It's hard to say without like the card pools. I say that all the time, but
Yeah.
like these hero abilities seem all pretty strong and unique.
I think
We haven't gotten a plain wizard card spoiled yet. They're all elemental.
me and Wesley played just a for fun game after the 1K. He was on Kano, and I think he did like 60 or 70 arcane in one turn. He had a blazing, hit me for like 33.
Yeah. Did you bring Null Rune?
Yeah. He's just he's like, I've got to go for it. I've got a 2 pitch in hand. I'm like, oh no. Pitch the 2 pitch on his wildfire and then just like bam, 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 bam. It's like, oh no.
Card's so good.
I was on 35 and he killed me.
Card's so good. All right. Well, was there any other cards that were spoiled?
No, I don't think so. I think that covers all of them.
Well, they did actually. A green rune chant, not purple. A green.
Looks pretty good too.
It actually does.
I'm excited, man. I don't know. I'm excited just for new cards. I'm excited for another meta shakeup. Pretty much every set is.
I'm not
It's an
excited for Florian.
Yeah, I mean,
What is going to be really fun
if it's
is
anything reminiscent of Briar of old.
Yeah, a little bit.
That would be less than ideal.
But no, can you just imagine the games between Anu and these Earth heroes that want to get stuff through decomposing their banished, and then New who can add to the banish or take stuff out if they're banishing blues? It's going to be you're going to be actually doing damage, but you're also going to be fighting over the banish zone for, no, I want your blues in the banish so I can play them. So midpoint in the game when that ability is critical, if Anu transcends and you got blues in there, she can play him out and turn the ability off.
Yep.
True.
Yeah, it's kind of. I guess I never like thought about how the new matchup with into Florian and Verdance is like by doing your game plan, you're kind of like enabling theirs.
Yep.
You know, or getting them to theirs faster. It's interesting. So there's probably some counterplay there. But yeah, I'm hoping that we can just even out in hero distribution right now. Like the amount of news showing up is kind of crazy. Like, just with how like unfun in quotations that deck is.
Hey.
Like I'm starting to enjoy it. Listen, dude, me and Carter have been having battles with New lately. I've been getting my ass kicked, but they're still enjoyable games. Like, yeah, like I'm my hands are getting ripped apart and I'm not able to like do the things I want to do, but like I'm still like interacting even if I'm being forced to.
Yep.
And like there are turns that they can draw up and have like very dud hands, and you just have to pick your windows to like beat them. It's kind of cool to see like how little Zen's being played right now in our area.
Yeah.
There was one Zen at the 1K, you know, shout out Sean, repping Zen. Miss you, Dylan, looking at you, where you at? But yeah, I'm just excited to see how these heroes are going to shake this meta up. I'm hoping that they do in a way that balances the hero distribution out a little.
I think it is. I mean, we're just going to have another set with, wow, blanking on the word. Well, if you have another set with talented heroes.
If you don't leave this whole thing,
Oh, no,
in
I'm
there
taking
so
it all out.
everyone hears you.
Having an absolute brain fart. I'm tired. I got up at 5 a.m., so
All good, buddy.
fuck all y'all. But no, talented heroes are definitely powerhouses in the meta. Every time we've gotten talented heroes, it's just forced them through quite well. So I think it's going to shake up the meta heavily, like very heavily.
Yeah, I think Zach said it best too last episode where he was talking about just kind of the reintroduction of Arcane. I think that's like that's important. There's like no Arcane in the meta right now, so it's just another layer, another element for decks to prepare for and have game plans for. So
I'm just excited to see the card pools for like just Runeblade. Is it going to help Viserai or maybe Vincent with some of these attacks or non-attacks? I mean, or even with like the Wizard, how is it going to shake up Kano?
Yep.
What's going to happen?
I'm actually a little bit nervous about how on rate some of the just common Runeblade and Wizard cards are. Because if they have some like above rate, just basic Runeblade cards, they could push Viserai or Vincent into very good positions unknowingly.
Yep.
Because Vincent and Viserai, every time you play one, like, they come out of the blue, it's like, all right, yeah, it's just a Viserai or Vincent. And then, turn 7 comes around, they're sitting on 5 rune chance, you're on 7 health. It's like, oh boy.
Yeah. That it just goes to show, like, with the whole Zen thing when Zen came out and everyone was like, you got to play Bond Zen. Like, it's just so much better. And they're like, yeah, we didn't really play test that at all.
Yeah.
Because they were so focused on getting, the next set ready and prepared. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the play testing went for in the lab, one may say.
Yeah, I think this set's going to, they're going to need it. Or they would have had to put some time into this set because it's arcane.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dangerous mechanic in this game, I feel like.
Swear to God.
Especially to get wrong. Imagine if they get it wrong and it just becomes like Misfail again, but everyone's just playing Rosetta Heroes or something.
Yep.
I have a terrible hunch Florian is about to be absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm. My hunch is Acilio sucks. I want to. I don't know that ability's.
All right, we all know that Acilio is going to be the best because Ty predicts wrong.
That's
every
true.
single time.
That's true. Every card I think sucks ends up being just really good somehow.
Yep.
Fuck, dude. I suck at this game.
Who is
fucking suck at this game.
almost
Evaluating.
90% right on cards? That's right. Me.
Yeah, okay, Red Shred.
Me. hey, go tell that to the Azuri that just won PTI. Where's your PTI win?
That's true. I stand corrected.
You're the idiot that keeps getting shredded.
I'm the idiot that keeps bringing Teklo.
Nah, Red Shred's where it's at. Oh, you got a
Tech
sink
Daddy.
below? That's cute.
Tech Daddy and Dami Mommy over here.
All right, boys. You guys got anything else?
I don't think so.
I'm good.
Do you guys want to tackle the question we got, or did you guys already do that one?
We got a couple of them, but
Ah, gotcha.
yeah, let's just do them next week. Keep those questions coming, though. We love them. You guys asked some really good ones. So.
Yeah. Well, I do want to touch on, technically, this week is week 52.
Yep, because we had the week that
The
was
lost
lost to the
episode.
void.
The lost episode.
So, fuck you guys for last week saying I was going to miss the 1
So
year
technically,
anniversary.
we've been doing podcasting for a year. We're just not on a year episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ty, it's just like
Yeah,
the
that
new
doesn't count
illusionist, right?
But for all you guys out there that stick with us and have been listening from the beginning, we appreciate you every step of the way. You guys help us keep the grind going for what we do. We enjoy it. But you can always join the Discord. It's always in the show notes. You can also send us an email at bigdeckenergycast@gmail.com. You can always find us on Spotify and Apple Podcast, and I think on Amazon Podcast. So check us out on any of those if none of your friends have Spotify or anything. So just keep getting the word out, and we love you all and appreciate you all. But as we like to say, signing off. Peace.
See ya.
I was waiting for Bailey to say something. Now, I got one last closing comment. Shout out to Jameson for commenting on the video, for correcting us. Your name is, in fact, not New Guy. It is Jameson. So thank you for that.
Dude, he had me dying, by the way. He's like, what place did I get? Or he's like, did I get 9th? And he's like, no.
9th place, Wesley
10th?
Burns. 10th
No.
place.
Where's Kasai at? 14th.
Okay.
It was great. It was great.
Yeah,
He was a hoot, man.
living it up. So thank you for coming down, both you and Garrett. That was awesome seeing you guys.
Hell yeah.
But as always, it is a pleasure. Enjoy, folks.